And we're live. Welcome, Pirate Council. May our tall tales please you. When last we left our heroes, they were deep in the Feywild, deep in the year, deep in the snow. The air around Lady Adula's estate growing cold. Not just the winter chill, with an eerie frost that creeps along the walls, as if the very house itself were catching its breath, coiling and recoiling, alive and with secrets untold. You feel it, don't you? Touch of wrongness.
Yes, freezing.
A sense that things here are unsettled. The walls shift, doors close on their own, and shadows pool and dance a little too deeply in the corners of your eye. Our Lady Adula, gracious hostess and reputed sorceress, grows colder and more withdrawn with each passing hour. She's both here and not here, her gaze distant, frost clinging to the edges of her gown, snowflakes clinging to her lashes like something out of a midnight fairy tale. You came for a gala, for elegance and decadence. You're getting that, but you're now seeing the cracks. And behind those cracks, something hungry. Outside, the gala festivities are in full swing. The frozen lake is a glittering stage where guests glide in perfect arcs, the sheen of their skates carving graceful shapes into the ice. The talent show is soon to begin, a display of all things magical, mysterious, and strange that the Feywild holds dear. Crowds are gathering, breath puffing in the chill, laughter lilting on the icy breeze. And here you are, amid whispers and wandering shadows, somewhere beneath silks and jewels. Lady Adula wears the Solitaire Diamond, the very key to Captain Featherstorm's vault. Your prize, your mission. But with this estate playing tricks and Lady Adula drifting closer to some dark, distant horizon, every second brings you closer to the unknown. So, my scoundrels, do you make your move here, among the watchful eyes of the nobility and the sidelong glances of fey tricksters, or do you wait, daring to push deeper into this house of mirrors and frost? The night stretches before you, the ice glistens, the music plays, and somewhere just beyond the reach of mortal sight, something waits. What do you do?
I'm going to start out by telling that magician he's a fucking idiot again.
Mm-hmm.
Why did you just fuck him already? I don't understand. This tension is too much.
It needs to build.
Is that what it is?
Yes. Yes, Yama. Yama, it is always that.
We need to build more, you know?
Oh,
you.
Okay.
It's the grand finale.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. Okay, you're one of those types that likes to edge people. I get you.
Yeah, I was gonna say build more sexual tension. Is that what we're going for here?
There's so much sexual tension already.
You know it. I'm glistening over here. Steam rises from my shoulders.
Maybe a cold shower?
No, Yama, you don't get it. Actually, you should get it. You have children.
Definitely
Child?
don't.
You have a child. You should get
child. I think I only have one child out there in the world. Yeah.
That was
But
very
if you're not sure how many you have, you definitely get it. Alright.
Karu to the
past in the past.
Karu to the side is like, do I have kids?
Oh, Kara, you definitely get it. Don't worry about that.
Holy shit.
I don't deny that.
Well, there's a big chunk of your memory missing, right, Karu? So we're definitely gonna have to dive into that one day.
Yeah, let's not unpack that right now. I don't actually think I could handle that.
Yeah, I don't think that's party chats.
No, no, that's some gala chats. Unless I think that there are people at this gala who are my children, then it's a gala chat. No. So yeah, are we gonna? So other than telling the magician that you secretly like him, but doing it in a way where you sound hateful, Yeah, cool. What else? What are we doing? Are we gonna?
I do think we should probably try to get this diamond as soon as possible. Although Sorn did say if we get this necklace, he's sorry. I don't know what he's sorry about.
Yeah.
It's like that's the whole thing. If we get the thing, he should be congratulating us, not apologizing to us. That's our goal.
Yeah, like is he sorry because the necklace brings bad juju? Like
that may be it.
Because like the lady was kind of nice when we got here, and now she's kind of not. She seems to be getting like really like frigid.
Alzheimer-y.
No, not dumb.
Alzheimer-y.
Yeah, I don't think you can just straight out calling her dumb. But also, the whole palace seems to be kind of cracking and trembling around us.
Yeah,
I
like
wonder-
look at that. Killian
Yeah.
like points at something on the corner of his vision that I don't think anyone else has noticed. Everyone like sort of looks over there, and there's just nothing.
Look at what, Killian? What are you talking about?
You don't see
Are you
that?
still looking at the magician again?
Oh,
No.
maybe I'm going a bit timey-wimey with the rest of them.
Now, of course, there was that one room you attempted to get. There's at least been one room you attempted to get into that you bailed on as you were discovered. Killian did hand someone a feather quill and said the pen, or a pen of some kind, and said the pen is mightier than the sword, in hoping to bribe this staff member to not.
Just trying to give him a nice gift, okay?
Sure, yeah.
And not to murder him.
I got the impression that maybe wasn't enough to have him
Look,
keep
if I have
keep
to,
our
I will just
snooping.
murder him.
I know.
Hey,
I
why
know-
don't we
Go
ask
upstairs and
your
open that door.
why
we
don't we ask your magician friend to maybe sleight of hand this necklace off her neck?
'Cause
Maybe
he was
you could invite
invited
him
by
ice
her.
skating. Yeah, that doesn't mean he won't help us.
Yeah.
Maybe with the right temptation.
Yeah, put on the moves, maybe.
It's Killian's
I could
time to
heat
shine.
things up a fair bit if you'd like. Killian
Well,
like summons a
don't
little
burn
floating
him.
fireball.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, never mind that.
Isn't he human? You have to be careful with humans. They're a
Yeah.
little bit fragile.
I don't know these things. I also don't really care for him. I want him dead.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
is the sink of magic. Like he has so little magic that it is inverted.
I don't know. I thought he did pretty good with those
Might
tricks.
Yeah, exactly. I think this might make him perfect.
Are you just
for-
like magic racist?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow. Well,
Enjoy
that's
the honesty, but that's yeah.
I spent decades learning this.
Oh, okay.
Well, how do you feel about Polly then? He is very
Holy's magical.
adverse to magic.
He is magical. He's got more magic than you could ever imagine. The
Okay,
fact
well,
that
I
he
did-
hasn't died is magical to me.
I did one time look at him and he had this like little swirling kind of vortex in his kind of looked like a soul or something, but yeah, it was like a storm within him. So yeah,
that would be
maybe
because
you're
of
right.
this guy, and I pointed his old dear Pappy outside.
In fact, actually, you pointed him. He's outside. He is actually. You look around for him. He was definitely out here before, perhaps smoking a big cigar or something out the front, near where all the, the carriages and where people had entered. And you look over and see him re-emerging, actually, sort of serendipitously. You point over to where he was before, and he seems to be emerging through a portal. Not sure. Killian would probably know this, but Yama and Karo, I think, would definitely recognize it instantly. On the other side of that portal, it looks like the car park to Fantasy Bunnings.
Oh,
Killian's
he
like
went there
wide-eyed.
mid-party.
Killian's wide-eyed. He's like, how did that guy go to Fantasy Bunnings?
Yeah,
I've been wanting to go forever.
Oh,
It's not
you
that-
know Fancy Bunnings? Yeah.
It's not that great. You're not really missing out.
Really? Don't.
Yeah.
Hey, I've been so excited for
I'm
this.
just I'm trying to ease the pain of the fact that we've been to Fantasy Bunnies multiple times. I'm trying to you know when I'm trying, you know what I mean, like, oh, it wasn't that good, don't worry about it. You know.
But then I know it's good.
You don't.
Aw.
No, you don't though, because what if I'm lying right now about what I'm saying?
That
About
Yeah,
how
I
we
do
get-
lie
deceptive.
sometimes.
Yeah, you totally
I-
didn't get all these cool magic items from the Fantasy Gashapon at Fantasy
Like,
Bunnies.
No.
I'm gonna insight check against Karu.
Oh. Yeah, right. That's my deception.
Yeah, right. Here we go.
It's a -1. Let's go.
Killian's like, yeah, okay. All right, whatever you say.
Karu leans into Yama. He's like, I think I've convinced him.
Killian's just like, yeah. All right. Anyway, so do we speak to her? Do we go upstairs? Like, I feel like that guy that I gave the pen to, he's not doing shit. Fuck that guy. I feel like we can go upstairs and we can go unlock that door and see what's in there.
Well,
It's
no,
locked.
we tried to unlock the door. That was the
Yeah,
that
You
was half
wouldn't
the
let
problem.
Me do it. It might not
Well,
make a bit of
also-
noise though.
And
Yeah.
I
I'm not
think
gonna
just
blow it
for sake of like where's Paulie during all of this, he is absolutely on the lake ice skating, doing like flips and tricks and just being in amongst it.
He's putting.
Yeah.
Well, there was also that trapped room upstairs with the
With
The
the
deer
bath.
thing.
Oh, with the golem
Yes, with the bar.
thingy. Yeah.
Indeed, there was.
I still think it's got something to do with the rings in the bark being magical, that you can program them to be like whatever. Whatever you want them to be. Cold, fire, hot, whatever.
You want me to? I mean,
Oh,
That's what I think they are.
I could try and get to them, but that thing
Yeah.
up there, it picked me up while I was like a cat, and
Yeah.
like put me back at the door. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think it wants people in there.
No, I gathered that when I went. I worked that out too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if we're gonna be sneaking around that building instead of trying to get the necklace off the chick at the moment, that we probably want to go for that door that was locked, just because like that's the first place that's been like super barred off from us. Everywhere else, you've at least been able to get in. To the
Yeah,
room.
like
yeah.
I
Okay.
could,
Well, let's do it.
yeah.
Maybe
I feel like-
I'll keep watch or something like further down the stairs so that we're not all huddling around the door. Because that was kind of the problem. We were so fixated on opening the door, we forgot to maybe pay attention if someone was going to come up behind us.
And offer drinks.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. And Killian, you said what you'll do will make a loud bang.
If it'll just sound like I'm knocking on a door. Quite.
Okay, well, I can stand next to a vase and like knock it over with a tentacle at the same time, so that people think that the knocking was just me. If you think it's loud
enough. It's. I mean,
Diana's like, oh, I
the
could turn
last-
into my horse form if you want, and just walk on the floorboards.
Yeah.
do you
Horse
think
form,
that the
horse
floorboards
form.
could
It looks
make-
like most people are outside ice skating too, so maybe we've got a
this sound
chance
is
here.
audible
Yeah.
for up to I want to say about 300 feet.
The knocking sound.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have to
Hence
like,
what. Hence why I would just knock a vase over, and then people would think
Yeah.
it was me.
Probably the
But
same.
Actually,
No,
Diana.
what you need to go get one of those like metal serving trays and then drop it on a tile floor so it just keeps making sound for a while and everyone just
Yeah.
like stares at it, and then when it finally stops everyone's like, well, I'm glad that's over,
Yeah,
and goes
yeah.
back to what they were doing.
Yeah, but also Diana, you should definitely transform into your horse form and just be like galloping around the place.
Okay.
Like just yeah. Like maybe I drop I'm gonna get a middle tray, and then I spook you, and you like and then take off. Was that insulting? I'm sorry, that seemed insulting. The way I just
What are you, horse racist?
yeah. I'm sorry.
That's yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, that's our word.
You know. Yeah. I'm gonna get a metal tray. I'm gonna see Kara's gonna go see if he can get a metal tray.
Karu, well versed at infiltrating kitchens. I think no roll required on this night.
Thank you.
to get in and around the kitchen, and yeah, you get a metal serving tray. Potentially, even get a little a waste. You could find a waste kit if you needed to. Although all the staff here are satyrs, so it's very clear that you're not. But
Yeah.
they don't seem to stop you because you seem to know what you're doing in this kitchen.
I just be like, I like to help, and then I just like take the tray, but conspicuously, it has nothing on it. Like,
Yeah, just
I like
big metal dish.
I like shiny.
Yeah.
Bye, and just walk out.
Yeah, excellent.
I'll go upstairs while this is happening. Can I try and look through the keyhole?
Sure. Give me a perception check.
Perception.
Wait. Actually, sorry. I think Karu like runs up with the tray, and he's like, "Wait, I have the thing that opens doors.
So
It doesn't make,
Hey,
but
you can-
it doesn't make a sound."
Oh, that's way better than like how elaborate. This plan's too elaborate for a door. Use your thing.
I have the chime of opening, and I have 1 charge left on it. You can strike it as an action, point it at an object, and it can be opened, such as a door, lid, or lock. So I get my little
point at the lock,
yeah.
not the door.
I put my little triangle. I like to imagine it's a triangle. I know it's not. And I just ding, and I use the last charge
Yeah,
and
you
point it at the lock.
with a audible chime, but definitely not a loud knock. Barely audible over Diana kind of practicing dance moves in her horse form on the tiled floor. And as you go to, you hit the chime, she like knocks the serving plate out of your hand, thinking that this is still part of the plan. But you can catch it with your tentacles, I guess, if you want.
Yeah, I will, because it's right. We're right at the door, so I will catch it with a tentacle, and I'll be like,
Yeah, we probably should have stipulated if you're gonna make a bunch of noise, make the noise downstairs.
Oh,
"Yeah, Diana, quick, go downstairs. You're doing great. Go downstairs. This is my fault."
Love your
Okay.
work.
She actually like wanders off and like does not go downstairs. She goes to peek her head back into the bedroom that leads into that bathroom.
Just don't wake up the statue.
Dan,
Don't
could you
die.
change the Twitch to the room so I can see in?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Thank
We're gonna
you.
change the whole foundry to the room.
Yeah, none of us could see.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool.
I'll set the mood.
No, I saw the mood. It was awesome. It made me want to like leave this chaos and go ice skating.
I feel like we would have noticed if we were on the map that big dude's up here.
Sure.
Next
He's retired to his room. You kind of poke your head in, and he's kind of just sitting in his room a little bit. Just keeping to himself. He's having a bit of a
Probably
timeout, perhaps.
It's probably a really good thing that I remembered I had that chime and you didn't do your loud knock, because I probably would have had a hard time
no, he
explaining to
lives his
him what was
life.
going on.
He owes us his life. He's fine.
All right, so you quietly open the door. The walls of this room are lined with tall shelves. I guess I can open it for you.
Yes, we're both just like, open.
click.
All right, I'm not physically going into the room. I'm just like ducking my head around and having a look at the room.
Sure.
Just to clean it up so I can see what's in there.
The walls of this
Oh,
room are
shit.
lined with tall shelves stuffed with leather-bound tomes. An elegant wooden desk is situated under a stained glass window. Atop the desk is a thick book with a furry white cover and a crystal bowl in a gilded stand. You have a quick glance at sort of the books on the shelves. They seem to be spanning kind of many topics, mostly related to nature, the plains, and the Feywild in particular.
I mean, the big furry book seems interesting, but I'm bummed that this is a library.
Gillian is already at the big furry book.
I'm looking at the globe.
Okay.
Thing.
Do you think it's
The
about
orb.
werewolves?
Ooh.
So I'll start with the globe. It seems to be a very a clear sort of sphere on a stand, on like a gilded stand. very reminiscent of what you would assume a crystal ball might look like. Even at a glance, I think no roll required. Killian, you spy that this could be used as a focus for the scrying spell. And Karu, your pirate senses tingle a little bit that the crystal ball on the desk, it is... Actually, you have quite a sense when it comes to magic as well, don't you? Because you're like anti-magic in general. Yeah, the crystal ball is non-magical itself, but is with the combined with the stand is quite big. Ornate. It's probably worth about 1,000 gold.
I grab it.
Okay, it's like big as a bowling ball, kind of.
I
think a bowling ball will fit in a bag of holding.
I size it up. I'm like, and maybe Killian, you see at some point Karu's just like pulled it up his shirt. And he's got a very noticeable like pregnancy bump, and he's like, this isn't going to work, is it?
And it's heavy too, because it's made of solid glass. Give me an acrobatics check to catch it as it slips.
Sure. 17. 17.
Yeah, you catch it. It's very like, it's obviously well polished or crafted, I suppose. Yeah. You're able to hide it under your baby bump, and you're able to pick up the kind of gilded little stand, you know, that you would put like little Fabergé eggs on, kind of thing.
I'm looking at the stand.
Pardon?
How wide is the opening for the stand? Would you say it holds just the base of the stone? Like, would it be about the same width as someone's circumference of someone's head?
Excellent question. Sure, it can be if you have something cool you want to do with it, like a crown.
Yeah, I'm going to pick it up, turn it upside down, because like Karu's already both hands busy holding this ball. I'm gonna put it on Karu's head. Right
I'm
now,
a princess.
crown the Crystal King. Queen, I guess. Whichever you prefer.
I'm actually using my 2 tentacles to cradle the crystal ball like under my shirt. But I do look very pregnant
Strange
suddenly.
things do happen in the Feywild.
Yeah. If I could push it further, if my shirt wasn't so tight, like if it had a bit more of a give to it, I would push it all the way up into my chest and just say I developed a boob. But
single.
Yeah, just a solitary boob.
So
the boob job.
I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and assume that these conversations are happening relatively whispered.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah.
They don't have to be.
I mean, I didn't think of that. So.
I definitely didn't either. But the guy next door owes me his life.
Well, to be fair, I definitely think Yama would have shushed you guys if you were getting too loud. While you guys are getting carried away over there, maybe Yama's at the door keeping lookout.
True. Killian will place his hand on the fluffy white book.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you feel... definitely feel magic coming off this thing. Like this is someone's spellbook.
Oh.
A very intimate, personal thing, perhaps.
Yeah. I'm not gonna pick it up. I'm just gonna look around on the desk and around it. Any latches, locks?
No. It's almost like I'm kind of thinking it's clearly almost like a leather-bound tome that was then covered with kind of white fur, almost like that kind of fun white fur you might have on the end of the back end of your pink pen in high school. That kind of it's very fluffy and just like soft. Like here is maybe something that has been with Lady Adula a long time.
All right, and while I'm looking around it, my hand is still on the book.
Sure.
I am going to cast Identify.
Okay.
I want to know if any spells are currently affecting this book.
Sure. Whilst this is a magical tome, you can definitely feel that there are spells within it, in terms of on its pages. In fact, give me a intelligence saving throw.
Jesus. 28.
Okay. You feel, because in a rush, you, I think like the identify spell goes through and is a little bit overwhelmed. Like the information that comes at you is a little bit overwhelming. This is definitely a powerful spell book, and the spells within it, you almost get like a list of spells in your mind and a lot of information about those spells, sort of like what they do, not necessarily how to cast them or anything like that, but and it kind of rocks you for a moment. But with a 28, you easily are able to steel your mind against that kind of information overload. But at a glance, you instantly know I've just sent you a list.
Okay.
Due to your use of the identify spell, you instantly know all the spells that are written down in this thing.
Holy shit. Okay, so I need to go. All right, I'm gonna just copy this to a text document, so I can save that for later. Okay. Well, I'm going to leave the book alone because, like, with Killian's spell book as well, he has got a few pages in the front that just have, like, the first page is Killian Emberborn.
And he's got that cool S.
321 Wallaby Way.
Mm-hmm.
If found, please return to.
Yeah.
And then an emergency contact as well, which is currently blank in his. He needs a new one. And then, like, there's a couple of pages in the middle there that, like, he uses to journal, but because it's a magical book, they go away after a while, and he can call it back, recall it if he needs to. He's like, I'm not going to go through this. And we'll also explain to Karu and Yama, like, we shouldn't go through this book. This is
What? Why not?
deeply, deeply personal stuff. I identified it. It is the lady's spell book. We shouldn't touch this. This
Should
is
I?
a non-negotiable for me.
Should I not be stealing this then?
I mean,
It's worth like 1,000 gold.
I know. How about, look, we can look. I really do. I would like a crystal ball, but that one's a bit unwieldy.
Yeah, if we get into a scrap, I will have to drop my baby.
Or club
I don't know how I feel
someone
about
with
that.
it. You don't want to club someone with a baby. It's not very effective. I've seen it happen in the hells. It's not effective.
It doesn't
Unless it's
know.
like a minotaur baby. They're
this
pretty dense.
This baby is a glass ball.
It will show.
So like, so
Oh,
yeah.
it's a solid glass ball.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It
maybe we don't.
boom.
Maybe we don't. And I'll look
So what-
around the room. Around the room, are there any like spell scrolls or anything like that?
Give me a investigation check.
Investigation.
Karu leans over to Yama, like leans up to Yama. Like, I kind of want to steal the book still. I don't get what the point is.
I know
I
where
think
I'll
we've
point
kept-
out that I know where my book is at all times, and I feel like she would too. And she's a terrifying.
Why is she not holding,
Magic use.
like carrying it with her? Like if
I
it's
don't
that
carry mine with
important.
me at all times.
What? What do you mean?
Some of us don't need to carry it around with us. We can just
Well,
know what's in our books.
Now, I'm not encouraging stealing. You guys know how I feel about that. We talked about it downstairs when
Many
the captain
fall in
found
the
that
face of chaos,
your
but not this
collector's
one.
room.
Not
But-
today.
Don't you think maybe just a peek, Killian, might give us a little bit of insight, maybe to perhaps what the
Oh, I
lady
know what's
is?
in the book.
But, well, then could you tell us if maybe there is anything relevant to what she's suffering from, or perhaps what her partner is
it's her-
undergoing?
This is her spell book. Not everyone uses their spell books like I do. I
No,
identified
I
a book.
understand.
I know all of the information from within that book, and above table. Dan didn't give me any information from within that book other than spells. Back into the table. So there's only spells in the book that I found.
This
Let's
is
just-
like Yama being like, I don't understand how a spell book works, and we don't know what's wrong with her. Is there anything relevant?
Oh, I don't have any relevant information. I didn't get anything from that book that would explain this. I genuinely think the issue that is going on with her currently is
Mhm.
the diamond around her neck.
Just the necklace. Yep. Ugh, well, I guess that doesn't help us, hey, because I guess to help her, we do have to commit the thievery,
Yes,
which her party seems very difficult.
but I don't think we steal the crystal ball or the book
hmm
or the crown I'm sorry, Karu, the crown has to go back as well.
Aw.
And on a 23 investigation, I look around the room, looking for anything else we can steal that is of less importance to her.
Sure. You have a look through sort of the book collection. You don't find any scrolls. You do find sort of on the desk or like in one of the desk drawers, you do find a set of calligrapher's tools and blank invitations to the Winter Solstice Gala, you know, envelopes, wax seals, etc. You find a partially dismantled and non-functional music box. And you also end up finding a book, just it's not magical or anything like that, but Killian, you probably recognize it as sort of a rare book that a collector like Morton Kanan would probably, you know, give you 250 gold for.
All right, so I'm going to steal her wax seal. And I'll be like, Karu, this book
Yes.
here, this book's worth about 250 gold.
See,
I know it's not quite 1,000, but we can
Yeah,
take this book.
you find me like 3 more of them?
I'll tell you what. I'll find you another 750 gold in this house before we leave.
Okay.
Or you can steal just the crown.
Or I just come.
Oh, we can come back. We can come back later.
I mean, come back. How about we?
Yeah, we'll come back
I'll
later.
put.
We'll
I'll
come
put
back
it
later.
here. Yeah. So yeah,
Yeah.
and I like the crystal ball. I put the thing down so it doesn't just roll.
Yeah, so you put it into the
rolls
holder
off the
that's not a
fucking
crown.
table.
Yeah, I put the holder back and then I flunk it in. I think it goes doom doom, and the Karu like just sort of like looks down at his shirt. That's like, and he's just kind of like, he's like, I feel hollow. Is this what it's like to hold a child for 9 months? Weird.
So I'm going to point out I stole the wax seal so I can impersonate her later.
Sure.
Um,
Specifically on written stationery.
yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe I'll take a couple of the invites as well.
Yeah.
And I'll send some late invites to people
Sure.
just to be like, sorry, it got lost in the mail. I'll take 5 of them.
Sure. Sounds good.
So I have 5 to fuck with people.
Love that.
All right. Nothing else in this room. Okay. I'll just make my way back out. Side. And I think we close the door behind us. Can we lock it? Does your thing let it lock itself again, or is it just unlocked now?
I think it's just, I don't know.
Okay,
It
whatever. That's
is
fine.
a time of opening, not opening and then close when you're done. So
That's a good point. Okay, that is a very good point. Well, I'm going to now like walk down towards Yama and then audibly make more noise and walk back over to our friend here, the big guy.
Mhm.
Make it sound like I've just come up the stairs.
well, as you're doing that, Karu, like the first thing he does when because he had that silver platter thing, he like put it down when we came into the room to like grab the ball, but he picked it back up. And he like just beeline straight to that balcony, mezzanine balcony, and he's just like, oh, I need to take a crystal ball. I might as well just do something stupid. And he just throws it over the balcony so that it clatters as you're doing this, Killian. So you all just hear this ding, 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 and Kara's just like,
And it's that
I like to see the big guy.
Yeah, and he did not keep himself hidden when he did it. He's standing quite proudly with his hands on his hips, looking down. If anyone looks up, he's just like, "It's a party!" and then just walks away.
I like to think that at that sound from outside of the door, the big guy just like turns around in shock, and there's just like Killian standing in the doorway with like his arm up on the thing, like, "Hey,
Hey,
How
how's it
you
going?
doing?
Yeah, I like to think that there's at least like one guest who, is maybe from, isn't out there with the things, is kind of just brooding in the corner. In fact, it's probably Sorn. Sorn's probably there, brooding in the corner, looking up. He can't ice skate either. Ice skating's a form of dancing. And he just looks up, sees that land on the ground, and he's like, and then you just see him like, there's just a champagne glass, like a crystal champagne glass that's like on a shelf next to him that like a servant has put there, and he just like looks up at Yukaro, kind of gives you a nod, and then just like flicks it over where it just crashes, and then like the glass like starts to melt like it's made of ice.
Akara's just like, "Yeah, Sword, get it!"
He's like,
Yeah. And Akara goes back to Yara, and he's like, "I kind of just want to break stuff now."
Yeah, I'm getting that vibe from you.
Yeah.
You hear Diana go like, "Hey, Boo, in here." But we'll cut to Killian first.
Killian, yeah, he's just like hand up on the door frame, like, "Hey, what's going on? Why are you in here? Why are you hiding away?"
It's I'm just taking a break. Are you also looking to escape the crowds? And gives you a bit of a thin smile. He says, "Yeah, welcome to hide in here with me as long as you like."
Well, yeah. Look, I'm a little doing some information gathering. Just get the lay of the land from people I haven't spent a lot of time with. New people, new information. It's always good. Yeah.
And what have you found? I saw that there was perhaps some ill will between your captain and some of the guests here, and I've noticed quite the tension,
just one,
perhaps sexual, between you and some of the guests here.
Well, yeah, that guy, don't like him that much. Winks at him. I'm gonna play into it. Fuck it, why not? And yeah, Captain doesn't like the big guy. The big guy was yeah, I'll step in and like pull the door like ajar, not close it,
Sure.
but like just ajar so there's some privacy. And I'll be like, yeah, I'll make my way across. I'll be like, yeah, the captain, the big guy, I believe it's some like father figure for our captain, but not in a good way. He kind of like, he was trapped, kidnapped by him or something, and forced into interesting life. So there's a lot of ill will there.
I see.
But yeah.
Yes, I don't know him all that well. I mean, I've met him at some of these things, but he's a friend of Zordana's from before we were together, and you know how it is with your partner's previous friends from other friendships. You don't have that same history.
No, I understand that. Speaking of, and last week we did speak to him about her getting weirder and weirder over time. Did we not? I believe we mentioned it to him, but not like in depth.
Sure. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, we did, because he also mentioned that maybe he'd noticed something a bit weird and that he didn't really want to talk about it. Like, he kind of alluded that it was maybe a bit personal.
Yeah. I'm pressing that now.
Yeah. Sure.
I'm gonna be like, so yeah, we mentioned earlier, like I did kind of get the vibe that you didn't want to talk about it, but maybe that may have been in such a public place. Zordana is acting very strange as this party goes on.
From memory, actually, and I could be wrong here, correct me if I'm wrong, but you did talk to him about the weirdness of the walls and windows and stuff.
Yes.
I think you definitely spoke to him about that. trying to touch on the subject of his wife, I'm going to need you to do a persuasion check for me, Killian. How softly does our wizard boy?
He's not being a dick about it.
No,
He's
of course.
I'll rephrase the way, but I will do a persuasion.
Yeah, because you're trying to get him to open up, right? So that, I think it's I just want to see how well Killian does it, because it's maybe not his wheelhouse completely.
Would I be able to make an insight to see if while I'm talking to him, his reaction, instead of persuading him to talk to me?
I'll let you make a charisma-based insight check. How about that?
That's still persuasion.
No, but you're trained in insight.
You can be trained in stuff and be terrible.
So I get
All right, Caro.
my proficiency bonus anyway, so it's just it's still insight.
Oh, it's still just regular. Okay,
yeah. So it's still the same. All right, so I'll just roll my insight. It's a 9.
I think he's. I mean, he's not kicking you out. He's not.
Yeah.
But he's like, you can definitely tell that there is something weighing on him a little bit in terms of like, you start bringing up like, your wife's, is she acting a bit weird, or you're kind of probing those kind of questions. And whilst he doesn't come out and kind of tell you what he's seen, you can definitely, I think with a 9, you can tell that he has noticed something. He definitely thinks something is up, but maybe he's not ready to kind of share that with you. But just kind of based on that role and based on how Killian kind of approached it. Yeah.
Killian will, I'll be like, I've just with the happenings in this realm, I know acting strange. Do you think that maybe, like, I'm purely academic. I am also a spellweaver like her. I'm trying to ascertain if I can help her or find the root cause of what's happening here and to her as a whole. Because there have been talks over the last few hours between myself and another magic user about what's going on here, and everyone seems to think that it goes towards her necklace from the other people of learned or inherited magics. It's all signs point towards that necklace.
Give me a persuasion check. This time a real persuasion check, but I'll give you an advantage on this one.
14.
14's good. 14's better. At the mention of the necklace perhaps being at the core of it, something maybe perhaps seems to click in Elias's mind. He says, she did mention that the necklace had some kind of space warping kind of properties, sort of dimensional something or rather. I didn't want to pry because it was a gift from her, one of her former lovers, and it's not really my place. But yeah, she has certainly been acting strangely since she put it on. I thought perhaps it was just the prepping for the party and the nerves that go into being a hostess each year. But right, it could be something to do with the necklace.
From what I have noticed, and correct me if I'm wrong, this is just from what I've seen. It would appear that her mental state is deteriorating at some rate, not necessarily rapid rate, but it is a moderate rate for sure, because over the last few hours, she doesn't seem like the person I met a few hours ago. How long has she been wearing this necklace?
I mean, she kind of put it on as she was getting ready for the gala. There's sort of a vault she was keeping it in. And then she put it on when she kind of had her outfit ready. And, I mean, everything seemed kind of normal at first, but I think, since that moment, I've definitely started to notice changes.
I think, and this is just purely speculative, I think she needs to take it off. I think it is collapsing this realm. And in turn, she is collapsing with it.
My understanding is it does have a very strong anti-theft device built into it. If it is taken off her neck, it will transport itself back into her vault and can only be removed around someone's neck. If you go to take it out of the vault room without wearing
It needs to be worn.
It goes back into the vault. It was sort of I think it was a quartermaster friend of hers who built the mechanism. It's like an anti-theft thing because they've got a lot of pirate friends, you see, and
people do steal things. Yes,
people do steal things. Especially, you invite someone into your house and you provide them a good time, and then they walk away with the silverware or your necklace. It can be very distasteful. They steal, they rifle through your books, and then they decide to take one without leaving a book in return for you to like trading books. I'm okay with because it's like reading. You read one, then you can like swap them back.
Very true.
Or like when you visit a hostel, if you borrow a book, you leave a book.
Gillian's made a note of that. That is very true. No, I don't think that we should forcibly remove it from her unless it is absolutely necessary. From what I understand of the way that she is deteriorating, there is a chance that she could turn violent towards you, towards the guests, towards the staff. We don't know when that will be. We don't know if it will happen, but there is always a chance. I don't want that to happen, especially as you've said, she is a very, very mighty spell user.
I'll pause that conversation here. We'll just kind of look over what are Karu and Yama up to. Yeah.
Oh, didn't Diana just call out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where's she at? Where's she coming from?
Master bedroom.
Oh, that's what the Yeah, babe, what's up?
She's looking at the paint. She like as you walk in, she's in her centaur form, looking at the painting on the wall. The sort of big painting of a reindeer shaped creature made of dark woven branches and emerald green leaves. And she's kind of like watching it as you enter in, and she kind of like motions you over to watch it with her. And then she turns to like look at you and like turns your head to look at her, and then like snaps back to look at the picture and kind of like seems to be studying it.
What's going on in here? What are you guys looking at?
It's moving when we're not looking. Is this like one of
the
those
picture's moving.
magic eye pictures or something? Can you see a boat?
Yeah, I was gonna say, does it follow you? Does it?
Oh.
Does it?
Maybe it does that, but only when you're not looking. And so she like turns around, which takes a moment or two with her kind of large equestrian form.
Is there like a handheld mirror or anything in this room?
Sure, yeah. There's probably some kind of vanity mirror. Yeah.
I think Karu will just be like, oh, okay, cool. Everybody turn away from the. He's gonna like have like the mirror sort of like positioned, sort of looking at the painting, and he's like, everybody turn away from the painting for a sec.
Okay.
Yeah, Diana goes over to like one of the wardrobes and pretends to be very invested in the looking at the clothes.
Does the painting move when we're all kind of like not looking at it?
Give me a perception check. This isn't smell based.
Why you gotta point that out to me? Like,
I'll also potentially accept an investigation here instead, but 15.
why you gotta hurt me like that?
Yeah.
No, it's more perception, I would say.
Sure. 15, yeah, you notice that like, as you'll look away and you're kind of like holding the mirror maybe at like an interesting angle, so it's not like maybe obvious. But yeah, the painting moves, this sort of tree reindeer creature, this reindeer made of trees and leaves and stuff, seems to be like looking around the room, almost like looking over to try and get a good look at like what Diana's doing. And then like as you maybe turn, you see him freeze.
Hating this right now.
Kara's like, oh yeah. Interesting. Actually, what is it with the sort of deer motifs in this particular master bedroom? Like, it doesn't have anything to do with the frost stuff, does it?
The reindeer.
Well, and she
that-
turned the
sorry, that's
satyrs into.
What?
She turned the satyrs into deers as well to run. That we had to hunt through the forest. Hearts.
Ah, the deer's like her thing or something.
Maybe she just likes them. Can I like reach out and touch the painting?
Sure.
Does anything happen?
Um.
Does my hand go through?
No, it doesn't go through. It's definitely a painting. But I think there's. I assume like Yama's kind of like gentle with it. Like it's not like you're trying to put your fist through the painting or anything.
Yeah, no, he's not jabbing at it.
There's like a moment or two, Kara, you're kind of looking up, and like the tree seems to be like, you know, putting on like that kind of stressed face as if being tickled.
Yeah, Yama. Go for
Yeah.
it. Go for like under its legs. Just give it a little.
Oh, you just want me to keep? And he's just like,
Yeah. Yeah, just actually let me help. And two tentacles just.
And the reindeer creature seems to kind of like jump back from the painting itself, almost like the painting has more depth than you could feel with your hands. And he's like, okay, yes, okay, thank you, but no, that was very. I'm very sensitive.
Wow.
Very ticklish.
I am so sorry for touching you without your consent, but hello, I'm Yama.
I'm
It's
not-
nice to meet you. It's my friend Karu.
A pleasure to meet you. I'm not quite like the ice devils outside. I'm not a huge fan of being kissed and tickled. Thank you though.
No, that's absolutely fair, and my apologies to you. What's your name?
My name is Oak.
Oak.
What you doing in a painting?
I am a painting.
Oh, like
Have you
always? You always
been
a painting?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been a painting.
Cool. What's it like being a painting?
Can be really exciting. You get a lot of cool stories sometimes when people come to tell you stories. Been a little bit dull of late, but actually,
Have you ever aspired to be anything other than a painting, Oak?
I mean, I had some cousins who are sculptures, I guess, but I'm quite happy. You know, I don't really want to dabble in watercolors or anything like that. Like, I'm pretty comfortable with what I am.
Do you wish you could see more than this room?
Yeah, we could take you around if you like.
Sometimes, but no, I mean, I'm pretty happy hanging here. I'd hate to fall and get a tear or something. And I feel, you know, it's kind of my job to keep an eye on things in here. And when the lady comes back, and she'll come talk to me, and kind of, you know, she doesn't sleep, but she'll usually like check in after finishing her trance and so on. So
Wow,
you gonna
interesting.
t-
What
it-
kind of things
it-
did she tell you about?
Now, Yama, I'm going to ask for a persuasion check here to see if you can get these little tasty morsels out from Oak.
Amazing. So I still have my wings out, so I got a +5 to this roll. Natural 18 for 26.
I think that's probably
Awesome.
enough. So you asked, like, what does she usually talk to you about?
Yeah, he kind of like wants to know like maybe like the subject of what they talk about. He mentioned trances, so
Mm-hmm.
if they speak about that, he wants more details, I guess.
Well, he goes on to tell you about like elvish trances, which you probably experienced with Sorn. Like a lot of elves don't sleep; they
Just
go
the
into a
lack of
trance.
sleep. Cool.
But she would often talk about whenever she came to visit, she would always talk to Oak and like tell him stories about stuff she'd done or like dates that Elias had taken her on and things like that. Though he does seem a little Oak. They do seem a little bit forlorn. They're like, oh well, lately she won't even say hello. I don't know what I've said to offend her. She was getting ready for the party, and she hasn't come up to say anything over the last day or so.
When she was getting ready for this party, did she put her necklace on, or have you always seen her with a diamond necklace around her neck?
Oh, that old thing? Yeah, I remember she took it from the pool a few days ago for a dress fitting and hasn't taken it off since. Oh wait, did I say pool? You know what? Forget I said anything.
What do you mean? You said pool?
No, I don't know anything about a pool.
I think you do know something about a pool.
No,
Pool?
Yeah,
that'd be very silly of me if
that's such a
I gave
shame.
up my mistress's secrets like that. That would be. You see him.
But maybe we could help her, and then
if he was a watercolor, he would be sweating.
But you just said that
what
like
if
she
I
has
told you why?
You go, Kate.
Oh, what if I told you I really like swimming? We're friends now. Maybe you could tell me about this pool.
Well, only the mistress is allowed in the pool. It has a protector that only lets her go in. So.
Oh yeah, the big stone deer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the pool,
Yeah.
like you can like press a button and it like fills up and it's like super cold water. That pool?
Yes. I mean.
Yeah.
No?
We all know about the pool.
We've been to the pool.
Oh.
We know the pool.
Oh, okay. We're not meant to go in there. Only Lady Adula's meant to go in the pool.
Yeah, we're trying to help her out.
We're really good friends of Lady Adula, and she's not been herself lately. And we think it's because of the necklace. So we'd really just love to return it back to the pool, Maybe then she'd come back and talk to you.
I don't think I should really be telling you all these things without permission from her. I'm sure you are good friends because obviously you're here. She's invited you to the party, but if she came and if she told me that you needed this, that you were here to help, then I'd be happy to let you help, but without permission from her, it's probably not my place.
The problem is that she's not in the right state of mind to like even ask for help. Like that's how much trouble she's in. We're kind of doing this because we care.
What if we were to bring her partner in here? What about Elias? How do you feel about him? Are you guys friends?
Oh yes, actually, Elias has been staying in the guest room on the opposite side of the hall. If you see him, please remind him he has an appointment with that emissary from Prismere in 2 days.
Well, I will definitely do that. But what if he were to come in here and say, that we could learn about?
I suppose so. Suppose that, yeah. I guess so. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, Lady Adula does trust him a lot. They're partners. They're in love. Though he is staying in
And
the
she
guest
knows
room, maybe
all
he
of
is
his
also
secrets too.
maybe he is also upset, my lady. Maybe he has done something to
Um,
offend her.
That definitely seems unlikely. I saw them dancing together before.
That if I've offended her, and then he's offended her, and then I help him, I'll have double offended her.
Oh, I don't think you could ever offend her. She's your good friend. You've told us so.
Love this. We cut back to Killian. What's Killian and Elias talking about? Just a couple of bros sitting in a small man bedroom.
Sitting in a hot tub.
Sure.
5 feet apart.
Yep. 1 foot apart.
Yeah.
Killian's like, look, I think we need to somehow get her and that necklace separated. I don't want her to lash out and regret hurting her subjects and her friends and you. Because you did mention earlier that she has access to the spell Wish, and from what I know of Wish, whew, if she can do that, she can also do quite a bit of damage if she wanted to.
Right, yeah. Though that would be rather extreme to use that kind of power to stop someone from taking a mere trinket. Or to retaliate against someone taking a mere trinket.
This mere trinket is causing her to lose her mind.
Mm-hmm.
It's not something that someone in their right state of mind would do, but I don't think she is currently. Or if she is, I don't think she will be for long.
Well, I mean, if you have a plan, I don't think I could take the necklace from her myself. But if you have a way of getting it off her, then you'd have to overcome its security function or be ready at the vault to retrieve it.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure we could probably come up with a plan. Where is this vault? 'Cause I feel like I don't understand how this. I would have to physically touch this necklace to understand its properties, to understand what it's doing to her, to understand how to stop it from doing this to whoever tries to get it away from her.
Well, there's a small vault hidden beneath a pool of frigid water in her bathroom turret. It's guarded by a golem of sorts, but only she can safely bypass it. It's even, and only she knows the combination to the vault.
This is very. Oh, I suppose it is a vault. Am I right? It's going to be quite secure.
I mean, I guess I can
Would you be able
help
to...
you try and overcome this golem with force, but that doesn't help us get the necklace from her.
I also imagine that might be quite loud.
Probably.
Yeah. And I can't just ask her about it. Just I doubt. I don't understand how we could do this. Would you be able to show me where this golem is? I want to see how close I can get to it and inspect it. See if maybe I can disable it.
Sure. So I guess like as he kind of stands up and leads you into his wife's bedroom and sees Karu, Diana, and Yama kind of, just perhaps wrapping up a conversation or mid conversation with Oak, the painting. Meanwhile, you hear sort of projected out into the night over the lake. You hear. Or you can see, perhaps just outside the window, the lights dim, casting the snowy Fey forest into shadow as the next talent show act takes the stage. And there's like a hush falling over the crowd as a trio of elven acrobats, identical brothers, beautiful as winter roses, step to the center of the frozen lake and start doing kind of amazing, graceful, mesmerizing, flips and spirals and trapeze shows and so on. I have more written for it, but you're not there, so you don't get it.
I see it through the window. I see it through the window, and I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
For a brief moment.
And you, Karu, excellent anti-mage that you are, see Cormac, the incredible conjurer, getting ready to go on next.
That's the magician that Gillian doesn't like. Yeah. And Kara's just like, Gillian, you don't want to miss your boyfriend's show.
Karu, pipe down.
I will not. Not for love.
That's what we love about you, Karu.
Always speaking from the heart.
Anyway, we were just in here having a conversation with the painting.
So Elias walks in and he's like, "Oh, is this the equivalent of the kitchen at a party where everyone kind of just hangs out?"
Well, we realized that there was this lovely oak in the painting, and we were just like talking because that's like kind of cool. We don't really have talking paintings where we're from, so
And Killian's like, "There's no tree in that painting."
No,
the painting's
correct.
name is Oak. That makes sense. Okay.
The deer in the painting.
Yes. Nice to meet you, Oak, and I tip my horn.
Hello, Master Elias. You have. I asked these fine people to remind you, but seeing as you're here, I can remind you myself that you have an appointment with the representative from Prismere that you will need to attend. I just needed to remind you that. And he's like, "Oh yes, thank you, Oak. Very, very helpful as always."
Turn around and just quickly be like, "Why is Oak in here? I feel like Oak would be so much more suited to like the main foyer, converse with guests, see everything. Like maybe put up a privacy screen a little bit back from the front door, so everyone has to come in and then go around the screen. Put Oak on that screen so that he can also see out the door into the world. See so much more."
Oh, yes, that could be fun. Though I do want to be here for when my lady returns and finishes her trances or is about to go into her trances, and I can kind of sit here and watch over her. And sometimes she'll ask me to hum a bit of a tune, just something, just general kind of humming and droning or sound of wind in the trees, something summery sometimes when she's sort of over all the gloom of the winter and the frost.
Could we not maybe fashion like a porthole system of frames for you, Oak, and then you could freely travel about the manor and just where you're needed?
I mean, if you could find some kind of magic that connects other paintings so that I could go visit them, that could be quite fun. That seems ridiculous and unlikely, though. That would be out of some sort of children's story.
Look, I did read it in a very, very, very fantastic book many, many moons ago. I mean, I can create magical doorways, but yeah, I don't know. It was just a thought. Maybe I have some whimsical ideas sometimes. I'm just trying to help you out, Oak.
Oh, thank you.
Elias, Do you mind?
Yeah, Elias
Showing
kind
me
of
this golem?
pokes his head around the corner and points at the statue in the bathroom.
Kara's like,
Now-
oh my god, I've never seen anything like this before.
Killian's
What-
like,
Yeah,
what
he
does
says
it
it's actually
do?
a golem of a kind. It prevents everyone, including me, of Zordana's got her kind of her little private space. It's important for couples to kind of have their own little retreats. So whilst we can spend time in the bathroom together, she's got her own private plunge pool kind of situation going on in there.
Kara's like, oh my
Yeah.
god, how on earth does the golem activate? Do you have to, like, that's how he's saying it. It's like, I have no idea what's
Killian's
behind
like,
it.
It's okay, Karu. I'll figure it out. Takes one step into the room. Does it start moving?
No.
Okay.
I think you have to try to go around it. Just a thought, Killian.
Karu is such a good actor.
Killian's just like,
Yeah, Kara, do you want to give me a
Taking-
deception check?
Yeah, I do, because it's just funny. None of the -1. Oh, okay, never mind.
it's okay.
Oh wow.
Nat 20 on
Anyway.
that.
Killian's like gonna take another step. I'll keep taking steps until it starts to activate, and then I'll take a step back.
It does not activate at all, and even when you move right up to it and kind of look at it directly in the face.
Okay, cool. I touch it.
It's made of stone.
Cool. I cast Identify.
It's totally gaslighting you right now.
What does identify
It's-
do? Yeah.
You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. So I have to touch it for a minute. If it is a magic or item or some other magic imbued object, you learn its properties, how to use them, whether it requires attunement to use, and how many charges it has. If any, you learn whether any spells are affecting the item and what they are. If the item was created by a spell, you learn which spell created it.
Sure. So you
And I will also put that into...
Yeah.
there.
Cool. So yeah, you definitely get that this is some kind of stone golem. In kind of meta terms, I'll let you know, or you definitely know that this has a resistance to magic. It also has a resistance to transmutation magic. It's got an immutable form. It would be considered a magic weapon in itself if it was to punch you in the face, which it could potentially
Yes.
do. And you also detect
want that.
within it the ability to cast slow. And it is very hardy and has dark vision. And on a meta level, I'll tell you that like it is incredibly strong. It is very constitutional, but it is not very charismatic, wise, intelligence, or dexterous. But it is very hearty. You don't think you could charm it, exhaust it, frighten it, paralyze it, petrify it, or poison it. And you think using poison or psychic would be useless. And based on, I guess, the identify, whilst this thing does not require attunement, it was imbued with this, this construct by Lady Adula. So it's got that same kind of signature, I guess, as the spell book, and that it just has one real main directive, which is
Protect.
do not let anyone apart from Lady Adula into the room beyond. If someone that if a non-Lady Adula goes into the room beyond, slow them and then remove them. If they refuse to be removed, incapacitate them to remove them.
Can I say that because this takes a minute? So I'm imagining that Killian is just like got his hand and he's like concentrating. Maybe his eyes are glazing. But Karu, because Karu would, it's just like no. I think like you've got to pretend. You've got to try and get past it. And Karu is actually going to like, as Killian's maybe getting all of this information finally downloaded into his brain. Karu is like trying to slip past it because he knows how to activate it. But he's pretending like he's like, no, I think you've got to like, I don't think it's about touching it. I think you've got to like try and get into the room behind it. So
Sure.
Karu's gonna.
Yeah, as you squeeze past it, you know, like it takes you maybe that full minute. You just get behind it, Killian. As you, if Karu, if you're committed to this bit, which I love, you get just behind it, and it starts to come to life. Just as Killian, you get the full download.
Okay. I stop backing up really quickly. Like I get up and I'm like, oh, my head. Twice in one day, and I back out of the room, and I'm like,
I'm actually, before you back up, we're gonna roll initiative.
oh, Jesus Christ.
Let me grab all of you, add you to the initiative. I guess we'll add Elias as well. And Yama, are you in the bedroom?
Yes. Yeah, I'm definitely. I was part of the oak conversation.
Yeah, cool. I will. Do you want to roll initiative for me, please, Yama?
I did, and it's a 3.
Yay!
It's also
So
a
sad.
3. What the hell?
So the stone
Well-
guardian goes first. And it's going to cast slow on you. What is this? So targets one or more creatures it can see within 10 feet. Each target must make a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw. So that is Karu and Killian both need to make a Wisdom saving throw, please. Karu, this creature is casting a magic spell, though, of some kind. So there are things you can do here, I believe. You both fail. On a failed save, a target can't use reactions, its speed is halved, and it can't make more than one attack on its turn. In addition, the target can either take an action or a bonus action on its turn, but not both. And these effects last for 1 minute. You can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Yeah, I think the thing I can do if it's cast a spell is I can attack it.
Sure.
Like I can just do like a melee attack. But I don't think that was like that wasn't really what Karu was going for.
Sure.
Like, so he's just like in his head he's like, oh yeah, I've been through this.
Did you want to attack it at all, or?
I don't think so. No, I think I'm just like, see, you had to get behind it as I'm getting like slowed.
Yeah. All right, Kara, it's your turn. That's its whole action to cast slow.
Can I? I'm not very good at stuff. Sorry.
I just love every time you have that epiphany about your character sheet.
Very good. So I kind of want to. This is the vault, right? This room
Potentially.
that I thought the bar. It might actually be a vault, and potentially draining the water is what gives you like what creates the access to the vault.
So there was, obviously there's the pool, which is 10 feet long, 5 feet wide, 5 feet deep, and filled with frigid water. And you still see on the opposite wall, opposite the stairs, you can see that elvish rune for winter inscribed on the wall.
When I pressed it last time, the water started to like recede.
Yep. And it took about a minute for the water to drain.
Yeah. But there's nothing else in this room. Like I can't do like any sort of investigation or anything like that.
I mean, there's you're in an octagonal turret. You look up. There's a bunch of sort of stained glass windows, a tiled floor. The vaulted ceiling bears a painted mural of a fantastically beautiful fey creature who looks like winter incarnate. The pool's water is perfectly clear, revealing a tile mosaic at the bottom of it. In the center of the pool's mosaic are 3 concentric gilded rings. and the pool has no visible drain.
I'm slowed, so I have like half my movement, correct?
Correct.
Which is still a lot. If I use my action and my movement to dash slowly, I want to like go over, press the button, and then come back to where I'm standing.
Sure.
I want to start draining the pool.
All right. The golem is going to attempt to slam you as an opportunity attack.
Oh yeah, go for it.
All right. Slam. That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah.
For
Maybe he can help me get across the room.
Sure. 24 bludgeoning damage as you're smacked in the back of the head and flung across the room.
Okay. Maybe that wasn't a very smart idea. Pick myself back up and come back to where I was standing. It's like, ugh. I'm draining the pool. Ow. That's my turn.
Cool.
What a glorious turn.
I guess like Elias is going to kind of run over and be like, "What are you doing?"
You can make. Killian points out, Karu, try and get out of that slow again, because at the end of your turn.
Oh yeah.
What was that? Oh, is it wisdom again?
Try and shake off the thing. Yeah.
No.
Okay. Anyway, Killian will like he's got the rush of information and he knows that this thing's default setting isn't aggression. It's just get intruders out of the room.
Go.
Remove from room. So Killian's going to take a step closer to the golem. Oh, Elias is up next.
Yeah. So he's run in. He's like, "What are you all doing?" And he looks like he's about to run in to attack this thing. If it looks like you need that kind of help, I guess. But he seems a bit confused.
We're just testing. We're just seeing what it does.
Okay.
I'm draining this pool behind me.
Killian.
Yeah. Killian will take a step closer to it. And just keep like looking around it. It's like for some reason looking for like a button to just like turn it off.
Yeah. You don't find any, no.
Yeah. Okay.
That would have been nice.
Yeah. Killian won't even take a step forward. He'll just keep he'll be looking around it. And he'll just stand there, arms crossed. Just like, Karu, it doesn't want to kill us. It'll just take us back outside as long as we don't fight it. It tried to kill you because you tried to run away from it. I
didn't even try to run away from it. I just wanted to go press the button. And when maybe it doesn't want to kill us, but goddamn.
Well,
it's going to do it anyway.
It wants us out of these rooms here. Yeah, it wants us back in the bedroom. So I feel like we should just...
Specifically just the room that I just went into. Really. It's really just that room. But I press the button. So what we should do is just like leave it. Like leave. And then wait a minute for the water to drain and then do this again and see what happens when the water's drained.
You try to move away from this thing. I'm not going to try to do that. I'm just going to...
It does like a disengage thing, you know?
That'll be fine. Killian's just going to like stand there with his arms crossed and that's the end of my turn. And a wisdom save.
Oh yeah, give me a wisdom. Kara gave me one. A 9 and an 8. Brilliant. You're a little bit too far away from Yama, so you don't get Yama's aura.
Wouldn't have helped either of us anyway.
Yama, it's your turn.
So Yama is gonna put maybe like a hand on Elias's shoulder and just be like, just watch them, but they're experts at this. Don't worry too much. And then Yama's actually going to head over to the painting of Oak.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, okay, now, Oak, I understand your hesitations and that you don't want to give up your lady's secrets, but see here, Elias, her trusted partner, is here as well, and now my friends seem to be in a bit of trouble. So What can you tell me about this room that might help us in this moment? I really think you could save the day.
Give me a persuasion check, Yama.
Okay. So +5 to this one. Oh, another natural 16, so that is a 24.
Oof.
Oof.
Yeah, Oak really looks like he wants to help. Not much he can do, obviously, being a painting. There's not a lot of physical help he can render. However, he does say, I do remember from a couple of parties ago, a couple of winter solstices ago, there was a couple of wood elves that snuck in here to get frisky in the pool or in the hot tub. And they ran into the same problem. They actually dressed up like my lady and were able to get past the golem that way.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
That's all it takes.
I don't think it's very
And then-
smart. Not like me. I mean, it's like it's a construct.
Oh.
Well, I'm also a construct, but I have a little bit more, color.
Well, you're very intelligent, Oak. I can tell that already after having this conversation with
Why, thank you.
you. You're most welcome. If I have some movement left, Dan, can I move to if there's a chest of drawers or a closet with some clothing? Can I move towards that
Sure.
and just start pulling some stuff out for the guys?
Yeah.
And that's all I'll do. Maybe actually Yama does say that hey guys, come put these on kind of thing.
Yeah. You start pulling out different ball gowns and coats and things like that. I mean, Diana was eyeing a lot of these off anyway, and I think Diana was perhaps wearing some of Elias's clothes earlier. Karu, you're wearing some of Lady Adula's clothing, but very clearly, you still had your face revealed and whatnot. So you're maybe halfway there. Yeah.
I will say Yama's being very respectful, so there's nothing crinkled on the ground or anything. He's taking, I guess, mostly the outerwear, or if there's any masks or anything.
Yeah, sure. There's maybe some masquerade masks, some of those porcelain masks or the one on sticks kind of thing.
Hells yeah, sweet.
Yeah. Stone Guardian is going to try and restrain Karu again with a punch to the face.
Oh, Jesus.
12 to hit.
As you do.
12 does not hit.
12 does not hit. I think it's also going to, because it does have multi-attack, we're going to aim one of these at Killian. It's doing that thing where it's trying to pick up two fighting puppies and slam you both into each other to stop you from resisting. This thing doesn't speak, but if it did, I think it would do the please put down your weapon. You have 13 seconds to comply. And it's just ready to fucking destroy you. Or looks like it's mid trying to destroy you. Killian, a 24 to hit?
Yeah, that hits.
Actually, I had Karu targeted there. I don't know if it automatically stripped you of some health there, Karu.
No, it didn't.
That's good. 14 damage for you, Killian.
That's as bad as I thought it was going to be. Can we say that it hit me and knocked me away from it?
Nope.
Damn.
But you feel this thing. You reckon? 14 damage is getting off light. This thing.
Yeah. Killian's like, hey, I was wrong. Run away.
Kara's turn.
Car is going to.
It's been one round, so it's been 6 seconds. You have 54 more seconds until the pool is drained.
Yeah. No, we're good. I got a plan. My plan is, actually, quickly, Dan. from memory, when I did this last time, when the golem went back into place, did the pool like refill, or did it still like do its full minute and then fill back up again?
It did its full minute. It drained. And you remember looking from the outside in. It took. Let me my notes. It emptied, and you saw the gilded rings. It took 1 minute to drain, and then it remained empty for 10 minutes before refilling.
Yeah, sick. Okay. And I can, while slowed, I can do one action, but I can also move.
You can do an action and move, or you can do a bonus action and move.
Bonus, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going to do an action, but for my action, I'm going to disengage.
Yep.
I mean, I could also try to hit it, but it doesn't matter. Because I have mobile, but I will disengage, and I'll just like maybe tap it on its knee, being like, "No hard feelings," and then looks to Killian. He's like, "Time to go," and I'm just gonna, no, I'm gonna move. Let me move. And I'm gonna use my and I'm just gonna like, yeah, I can get to there pretty much.
Sure.
It's a plan, Killian. Like, just walk away and let it reset. And then after
Killian,
a minute,
looks back, blood pouring from his nose.
You're
like,
fine.
You're fine.
You're fine. Just come this way.
I blow it up.
I don't think you can. Just come this way. We'll let it reset.
You notice Killian standing close to it. It does have a small, very tiny chipped part of its leg where Karu must have hit it with his scimitar, some hours ago. This thing can be destroyed, but, how long do you have? Elias is kind of looking at you all as you're, taking clothes out of the hangers and whatnot. I guess maybe he's helping you put on these ball gown coats and so on, Yama.
Oh yeah.
And he, as you come like very slowly running out, Karu, if you want, I'll allow for you to, I've fallen, and fall into his great bear-like arms.
Yep. I was hit. It hit me.
And Diana kind of looks at you like a cheeky boy.
She's just jealous.
I do that, but I also see Yama like grabbing clothes, and I'm just like, Yama, what are you doing?
Well, Oak said that he's actually seen some people get past this golem simply by dressing up as his master. So here's a mask for you, something for Killian.
Smart, because we do need to go back in. And I'm still draped over Elias. I'm like, we like nuzzling into his chest. We'll need to go back in like less than a minute. So yeah, let's.
Oh, come on.
What? I'm so sorry.
Hurt, and then that's not hurt. Come on.
I'm so sorry, sir. I don't know what came over me.
Feel like touching his pecs and
Yeah.
Just like nuzzling.
Killian.
So, Killian has.
Karu, give me a wisdom save to see if you shake off the slow.
Nice. Killian is trying to think up his options right now. And he's like, I could turn into something and just start wailing on this thing. No.
Or we could just put on this dress.
And run back to the
And
door.
put on this dress. Yeah, put on the pretty dress.
Did you say you disengaged?
I disengaged.
Okay, yeah, alright, just checking. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so you all move to the door.
And Killian also yells, "Get the fuck out of the way of the door."
Yeah, both of you very
And a wisdom
slowly
save.
trying to shove against each other.
There you go. I'm no longer slowed.
Killian, yeah, you're no longer slowed.
Aww.
Killian's like,
Karu.
everybody get the fuck out of the way of the door.
very good.
Well, Yama's not even there. Yama's over by the closet, and I think he's for his turn dressing the slowed Karu. Like maybe Karu's like moving his arms and like trying to like help, but Yama's just like putting coats on him, putting a mask on him, that kind of thing. Helping.
Nice. Yep. Love it. I feel like for like 50 seconds, we just get dressed and we let the golem like shuffle back into its spot. Like we're all out of the room. Car's like, yeah, this is perfect.
Yeah, sounds good.
So we all go in looking like her. Do you think it'll get confused if there's multiple ones of like multiple?
There's going to be an actual her.
Wait, what? Are you? Oh, you're gonna do magic thing.
Yeah, it's easier.
You mean you don't want this dress that I picked out for you?
Yeah, Yama went to all this effort.
Like I studied the dress. I'm like, I will wear it magically. You'll see. I
wanna
appreciate
see.
this.
All right.
I want to see.
So you're all kind of dressed up. I think Elias probably refuses to put on the dress. He's just kind of like, I'll just kind of stay out here and watch and make sure you're all okay. But he does fish about underneath, so like in one of the side rooms here, and fishes out a potion of superior healing, and offers it to Killian or he probably carries Karu in there because Karu looks like he's just so hurt, and he's gonna pull out a potion of healing from in there and kind of proffer it to. Who's gonna like offer it to Killian and Karu? He's like, I mean, your friend looks pretty badly beat up. Does you?
Yeah.
Killian's like, why? No, it's okay.
Yeah, to be fair, Karu got whomped the last time he was in this room, so he's almost at half health.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
It's like he's not looking great.
I don't want him to Hulk out.
That's a good point. Actually.
That won't happen.
So does he feed it to you like a little baby kitten kind of thing? Like you're like, oh, I'm so hurt. Oh, feed daddy, or like what's the?
You know what, Karu? That actually is not Karu's kink. So he's very he is very much like, oh, thank you, this is so gracious of you. And then maybe gives him like a little pat on the cheek, like, you know, for someone so big and brawny, you're quite gentle, and then swigs the potion himself.
8d4 plus 8.
Wow. Yeah. Did I do the right slash? I did. Ooh. That was like one smack from the golem.
Very, very good.
Well, Killian, you'll be the most convincing one, so maybe you go in first in your disguise.
I'm also the magical one, so I feel like I could study the...
Yeah. I tried my best. That's not really... nothing's really my thing.
You are good with magic, but like killing magic?
Yeah. Not
I'm
so
good
much
at
looking at it.
understanding magic. Yeah,
That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
So do you wait? Well, do you wait a minute for the water to fully drain, or do you head in now and then hope to wait on the other side?
No. I will walk out of the room around the corner.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit on this chair. No, this chair. And just like close my eyes for a second. I'm picturing the lady.
Mm-hmm. There's probably some pictures of her here, in the bedroom.
Yep. And then you hear her, and then she's sitting on the couch. And I stand up. I'm wearing the dress that Yama picked out. I stand up, and then in does disguise self alter my voice?
Excellent question. And is that purely illusory, or is it transformative?
It's illusory. Disguise self is an illusion spell. Well, I mean, the wood elves, to be fair, just dressed up as her.
I know, but like, just both Kate and I had the same thought, but Kate said it out loud.
It'll be fine. Killian
I
like
love it
stands
when
up.
when
And
Dan
he tries
offers a
to
leading
walk.
question.
Yeah. Yeah. He tries to walk really elegantly instead of like his normal. Like Killian walks elegantly for a muscle-bound idiot that's really
know.
intelligent but not street smart at all. It's like he catches himself like going into his like holding his like all wings spread tough guy look, and he's like, oh wait, no, I need to appear feminine. And like walks into the room, and, like walks past Elias, just like gives him a wink. Does Elias do anything?
He probably raises an eyebrow as he kind of looks you up and down, and he gives you a kind of like not bad kind of thing. I think like by the way you walk, even though you're maybe like copying her, you know, when it's your own wife, like you can tell that maybe like, you know, it's definitely not her, but you know, maybe the body language or the actual walk is slightly off or something like that. But he gives you that kind of like, oh, nicely done. And then maybe what you don't see is as you continue walking along the bathroom, like I assume both him and Karu kind of turn their heads to watch you sashay past. And both these boys are just, yeah, they look like they look at the and then they look at each other.
Killian gets to the doorway.
Give me a deception check with advantage.
18.
Luckily, you had advantage.
Yeah.
Because the golem got a 12.
Well,
it does not get up and come and murder you.
very good. Very good.
Would anyone else like to try?
Yeah, Yama is definitely going to go into the room.
Describe to me what you look like, Yama.
I think Yama's, due to his size and armor, has actually just gone for a overcoat. So maybe like a wintry fur coat with a tall collar. I think he's got maybe like a large, think like a spring racing carnival hat with like a large brim, and he's just hiding his face from the golem. And he's just going to saunter his way over. Deception?
Yeah, I'd like a deception check. I'd also accept a performance, I guess, but deception's probably the closest thing.
So a natural 20 for a 28.
Jeez.
And so like Yama's still got his like golden butterfly wings out. He is looking maybe he's looking feminine.
Very Fae princess. Very regal, I think, perhaps. You may join Killian in the pool room.
Yay!
We're playing pool?
Oh, wait, I just realized you're on Twitch. You can't.
Yep, sorry.
That's all right. So you're in the room with the concentric gold rings. You can see like there's a big window that kind of overlooks the grounds. In fact, you can see the show that's happening. With a snap of his fingers, one of the brothers, the triplets, frost spirals up from the ice, creating shimmering arcs that look like silver strands of silver in the moonlight. They leap into the air, impossibly high, twisting and spinning, their cloaks unfurling behind them like wings, but they do not fall. Instead, they hang, suspended in midair by threads of magic that catch the light, twisting around their bodies like gossamer spider webs. Continue. I have more. But
this is amazing.
You see below you the pool is drained. The 3 gold concentric gilded rings at the bottom of the pool are flat and set in a shallow groove such that it can be If you hop down in there, you think you may be able to rotate them. And there are tiny elvish runes around the rings. Yeah.
Killian, do you speak Elvish?
Do I? I was about to say, do I look like an elf? But I do. Anyway.
I'm assuming out of
is that a no?
Zordana's beautiful visage is just Killian's voice. I think we established there's no voice changer.
True.
Yeah, no verbal changes here. Do I fucking look like an elf to you? Oh wait.
Well,
He sees his reflection. He's like, oh shit, yeah, I forgot about that.
well, A, yes, you do, and B, Karu, maybe you have to come in here.
Someone, might I add, someone needs to go take it off her neck so it appears here, so that we can take it.
Oh yeah. I was just like investigating that if this was the actual vault and like how do we get it open and stuff. Like we could just investigate it now and then set that up.
Diana yells like, I could run and go tell the captain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got light fingers.
Yeah,
Okay.
all right. Well, that works. Okay. Do you want me to just try to do my magical identification on it and have a look?
You want me to come read the Elvish?
Yeah,
that's
is there like a...
Yeah.
Do you guys want to send a signal, or do you just want me to like count? Do you want me to give you like a 20 count, or what's the timing
just-
like?
We'll tell you when to go.
Okay.
No.
Just
I
hang
feel
tight for a second.
I feel like she could just go. Like Dana, you could just go and get Paulie, and we just assume we've got to be ready. Like we just
Yeah,
at
but
any
like,
moment.
Diana's going to get to Paulie very quickly. You still
Okay.
have to, look,
But
what
it's-
happens if you piss this thing off again and it just smacks you in the face again? Like,
This is a risk we take. Yeah? Yeah?
hang tight for a minute or two.
All right.
Okay, fine.
I'll wait to
Just a
see.
minute.
I'll wait to see Haru get past the scary statue.
Then wait 30
and
seconds, then go.
I think like Kara, if you're putting on more clothes, if that's
Mhm.
the kind of angle you're going, I
Yep.
definitely think like she takes some time to like wipe some blood off your face, and then it goes. You know, she's about to go give you a smooch, but then just like hits you with some like makeup on the face and nose. There's a lot of. I assume it's a very like teasy kind of playful relationship between
Yeah.
the two of you.
And the outfit that Karu picks is like nightwear. So he finds like the silk bonnet that she wears to bed to keep her hair nice. He finds like the sheet mask and he puts it on his face so that he's obscured. And then he finds like sort of the big fluffy bathrobe that she wears and finds the slippers. So he just looks like he's settling in for a night of like rest and relaxation.
Got the big loofah.
Yeah. He's got the loofah. He's got like the eye mask like hanging around his neck, like ready to put on kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's gonna try and get past the.
Sure. Give me a deception with advantage.
Yay! Was it the mask? The face mask? Yeah, cool. I was like, what can I hide my face with? It's 17.
17
To be
is
fair, he's blue. It's close.
17 is
Close
enough.
enough.
This golem is not incredibly wise, and definitely not very intelligent. As figured out, Killian. So the three of you are in, and Dinah's like, "You're in, got it," and she kind of blows you a kiss, Karu, and then her 4 trotters lead her out of the bedroom.
Meow.
Feel bad. I don't have coconuts. I can't.
Yeah, can't do the noise.
Cool. All right. You're all looking down at these 3 concentric gilded rings. Elias is probably kind of waiting at the door of the bathroom, kind of watching. Enai, ready to perhaps have to jump in to grab one of you if something goes terribly wrong. But I'm sure it'll be fine.
I feel like I looked at these rings last time and all I could determine was that it just had like the alphabet basically on it.
Each ring has the letters A through Z.
So potentially it's like a code.
But he did say that Elias did say that only she knows the code.
Yeah. So I think this is the vault. The only problem is don't know how to get in it because we don't have the code. Shit.
Yeah, shit.
How do we get? We're not gonna be able to get the code off her. Like, I doubt she has it written down anywhere.
I'm
if you're looking at this, obviously, give me an investigation check. If you're kind of looking at these rings and these letters, and I assume Karu, you tell the group that they're letters.
Yeah. I say like, it's basically like the alphabet on each one. And then letters.
Because I'm standing a little bit further back, could I argue a passive investigation check? Because I'm not actively standing over it because I feel like there's not enough room to actively stand over and like.
Sure.
I don't want to crowd the light. Hell yeah.
I guess especially like you're maybe looking at other areas, trying to find other runes.
Because I can't make a check with my passive investigation, but that's 24.
Wow, really?
Whoa.
Is that because a keen
investigation is 20? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, because it's normally 10, right? And then you get another 10.
You get bonuses. Because investigation is from intelligence. I've got +9 to intelligence. Or +5 on intelligence because at 20, and then +4 from proficiency because I'm trained in intelligence, and then my passive intelligence is 24, and it comes from one of my feats, observant feat.
Yeah, observant. That's right. I thought. I was like keen mind. No, it's the other one. So you get a +5 to your 19, bonus. Investigation, passive investigation, and then your obviously normal investigation is whatever that is.
Yes.
Your normal investigation is passive investigation is a 19, I believe. Is that right? And then this gives you a +5.
Yes.
Which puts you at a
24 passively, and I'd basically be like passively looking for like maybe a pattern in it because I can't read it.
Yeah.
Like which letters are worn down the most. That sort of thing.
Love that. Yeah, I guess you're doing that thing where like you're not looking directly at the eye puzzle. You're kind of relaxed your eyes to try to see if like any patterns emerge that you feel. Moments. So it comes to you, Karu, and Killian, it comes to you like moments after, right? Because Karu did slightly beat you, which is wild. Because yes. I thought Kate had built. KT, I thought had built a useless character, and we love them for it.
But Katie was just fine.
Turns out they built.
I can do one thing.
Yeah.
Like, and if just to be clear, if I were to roll, I feel like, it wouldn't have been good.
Yep. Yeah. No, I'll give it to you. So Karu, let's see. What can I do? What can I do for you differently? Karu, I think you're based on the gilded the gilded rings and maybe kind of like the alphabet itself. It's definitely giving kind of like a summer in frost kind of vibe, like a nature in the heart of frost. You're seeing like obviously the alphabet, but in Elvish, because it's like weird like this, there's more meaning in certain letters than others, or like, like how letters are arranged has meaning and stuff like that. You're definitely getting like a soft spot of, warmth and green and light in the harsh winter. Killian, what you do when you sort of relax your eyes, you realize that these 3 rings, when they kind of line up, they allow for 3 letters to be featured. So whatever the code is, it's probably only a 3-digit combination.
Killian's going to be like, I think it's Herbzemada. Doesn't understand the language.
How dare you?
And then he I'm that one, and that one.
You go down. You can turn the rings and obviously rotate them to get like letters to line up in those 3 slots. And
Killian,
I'll let Katie have a bit of a think about obviously the clue I've given you. I'm happy to give you another clue if you do get stuck, because a 26 is obviously very good. I want to give you the
Yeah,
opportunity for Katie to shine here.
Would you mind telling me the clue again? Because I just thought you were describing something nice. I didn't realize you were giving me something I might need to think about.
Sure.
Thanks.
Sort of like greenery and spring and life and happiness in the heart of winter. Sort of like a warm feeling, a coziness, a comfort, almost like a confidant. You know, spring, summery.
Is it oak?
Is it oak? That'd be funny.
Yeah,
Try-
her little
you try
friend.
oak?
I think so. Yeah, I would try oak. I would try oak just because, like, I think Karu would also think of passwords, and he would think of like, passwords are quite often, associated with loved ones, and I think from what he could tell from oak, oak has a really good relationship with this woman. So I think he would try oak first.
So you hop down into the thing and start aligning the circles to spell out the word oak in these elvish runes, and the circular area inside the innermost ring disappears, allowing access to, you can see now, a hidden compartment measuring 1 foot on each side. And in that compartment is that kind of like half neck that you would place a necklace on, in this space.
I'm glad you guys came up with the idea because I thought it was sun.
Don't worry, that did
But I
flash
can't
through
read
my mind
Elvish.
briefly. Yeah,
Can't
no,
read
I did.
Elvish, so.
Yeah, sun in Elvish is technically spelt with like 4 letters, so I get what you're getting at. Yeah. No, I get it.
Sense. All right, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
now,
it's like
now that I
it's
look
got
at
a
it, I can
silent.
recall.
Yeah, it's got a silent H in it. It's very annoying. Elvish has a lot of silent H's in it. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
So you can see the empty. I love this because we're getting close to 9 o'clock, so we'll do a bit of narrative description, if I may, and then we'll wrap it up. So you look out the window, Karu. Perhaps you pop your head up over the lip of the bath and kind of look out the window, and you can see Diana's kind of like galloping across to where Paulie is at. And it takes a moment or two where she has to pull him away from the incredible Cormac's magic show that is just starting. In fact, he's like mid magic show, and it seems to be like asking for a volunteer from the crowd, and like Paulie's like me, and you see Diana kind of pulling him away, whispering in his ear. And he turns to like look up at you guys through the thing, rushes over to where the Lady Adula is, and seemingly, trips, stumbles into her, and then with a sort of flash, the necklace is in the vault in front of you, and you can look out and you see like Paulie's like holding her in that kind of like dip, in the like salsa dip of like someone who's just caught someone mid-dance, perhaps.
Salsa.
Yes. Yeah. Tequila salsa.
Good song.
And the necklace is there in the vault beneath you. Haru, you're the closest to it, obviously having just entered in the password of Oak. And
we can only take it if it's around someone's neck, correct?
Killian
Karu
will
puts
say,
it on.
Has to put it on.
of that,
Yes.
thank you, Katie.
Okay.
Like as soon as it
Reaching out
pops.
to be like, let me identify.
Yeah.
As soon as it pops, Karu just puts it on his neck.
Yeah.
And he's just like, you guys good, whatever happens.
Reality warps around all three of you. Colors bleed into one another. Gravity shifts unexpectedly, and whispers echo from unseen corners all around you. The world seems to, or the walls around you seem to split into jagged crystalline shards, and shatter away. Beyond
Mm.
the walls, perhaps, those sort of what were once cracks on the edge of your vision, now you can see tentacle horrors and ever-changing architecture. At the center of this void, you can see Lady Zordana Adula encased in a massive crystalline cage. Hovering above her is a far realm entity, a malevolent and bodiless force feeding off her soul, and seems to be crafting for itself some kind of physical form. The creature materializing as a towering figure of jagged crystal with fragmented, shifting limbs and countless crystalline eyes that blink randomly over its form. Tentacles of translucent crystal emerge from its back, writhing as it moves. Its form warps and twists and folds in on itself, reflecting the instability of the realm you are in. And I'm going to show you just a little something.
No, yes. Is this a Cthulhu campaign now?
You're like, finally.
Finally, my dreams have come true.
Where are my sweet boys?
Oh yes, sweet angel babies.
Yeah.
Players: Karu, Gillian, Yama.
Eldritch horror.
Let's go. I thought that said iced tea for some reason. My brain just read the name of this map so wrong.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And the creature in front of you looks like this.
Oh,
We'll be
awesome.
fine.
We'll be totally fine.
We'll be totally fine.
And that's where we'll end
That's
for this
fine.
week.
Nice.
Big yikes.
Hell yeah.
Good fun. So thank you, Katie. Loved that you put on the thing. Let me get.
I was always gonna do it.
Yeah.
The moment we were like, I was like, Karu's gonna grab it.
Best.
There we go. And you got some light now.
Yeah.
You can also see other chittering sort of star creatures throughout this weird space. But we'll have to see what they are next week.
Oh yeah. Awesome
Cool.
stash.
Good night, everybody. We'll see you all next week. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.